News 5 at 11 is sponsored by Metro Toyota. Metro Toyota, family-owned since 1969, is why our customers send us their friends. Most awarded in Cleveland. News 5 at 11 starts now.
Now at 11, unimaginable disaster in the Pacific.
What we saw looked like an area that had been bombed and burned in a war zone. It was unbelievable.
The wildfires in Hawaii now on the minds of those even thousands of miles away.
With traveling, we take it for granted that we're going to somewhere else. However, that else is someone else's home, and now that home has been destroyed.
We speak to an Ohio native who now lives in Hawaii about what she's experiencing on the island.
I just don't feel like it's reality, but the stuff I'm seeing on Instagram, the videos, the photos, it's very apocalyptic.
Indeed, the damage is catastrophic. In Hawaii tonight, fires still scorch the island of Maui. The most widespread devastation is in the historic town of Lahaina. At least 53 people have been killed. Thousands more have been displaced. Tonight, News 5's Tessa DeTiro spoke with an Ohio native who moved to Hawaii a few years ago, and she has the very latest.
Jackie Lewis loves living in Oahu, Hawaii. The North Ridgeville native started the Vive Hair Society when she moved to Kailua from Ohio 4 years ago.
I actually meet a decent amount of Ohio people that have moved out here. Actually, the other hairstylist at my salon, she just moved here from Fairview Park a few weeks ago.
On Maui, where the fires still burn, Lucas is worried for her neighbors.
My heart breaks for these families. Like, that's their home. They own small businesses. The fishermen in Lahaina, just seeing videos of the pier on fire, it's really, truly heartbreaking. Sounds like they're trying to clear out the hotels on Maui for residents. And so I know that I saw that they were transporting, 4,000 tourists over to Oahu, having people stay in the convention center. They're getting that all set up.
Maui is a very popular vacation destination for Clevelanders. That's according to travel agent Vanika Hurst.
All the airlines are tied up. Hotels, any hotel like the Hyatt Regency, they literally stopped accepting arrivals. So even if you had a reservation right now, you're not going to get there. Just wait it out. If you already had tickets, get your refunds. Don't reschedule, because you can reschedule and we don't know when that next time will be.
Back on Oahu, Jackie says she'll use her small business to help those impacted.
For every bottle of shampoo and conditioner purchased, I'm going to donate a bottle of shampoo and conditioner to ship over there. I know that toiletries is one of the big things on their list that they need. Everyone talks about aloha and ohana, and really in times like this, you see everybody coming together, even though it's not our specific island. Like, all the small businesses, the whole community is already rushing to, get donation drives going, shipping containers going, volunteers, things like that.
Tessa DeTiro, News 5.
In a news conference just about an hour ago, Hawaii's governor said this is likely the largest natural disaster in Hawaii's state history. President Biden has approved a disaster declaration to ramp up the level of federal aid for those areas affected. Here at home, more than 6 months after the fiery train derailment in East Palestine, regulators say Norfolk Southern has made improvements, but remains short of being the, quote, gold standard for safety it is striving for. The Federal Railroad Administration released a report on the rail company's safety culture Wednesday. The agency's been working on that report now for months. It also says poor communication and mistrust between employees and managers. That's what's holding back efforts to improve safety. Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw says that report will help them make even more progress. A fake charity that collected more than $140,000 in donations for people impacted by the train derailment will return all of that money to a local food bank. As part of that settlement, the founder of the Ohio Clean Water Fund has been banned from operating or soliciting for any charity in Ohio.
They literally set up shop without talking to anybody, getting no permissions, not registering as a charity, not doing anything that they should have done as a reputable charity.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost sued the founder in April after he gave just $10,000 of all the money he collected to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Mahoning Valley. An Ohio man has been found guilty of one felony count and one misdemeanor count related to the insurrection at the Capitol January 6th. 31-year-old Ethan Seitz of Sandusky was convicted of obstructing an official proceeding and disorderly behavior in a restricted building. The FBI says two people reported a week after the riots. Seitz posted on Facebook that he had been inside the Capitol. There were text messages to family members as well. He'll be sentenced in January, could face 20 years in prison. A mother and her son are behind bars, accused of trying to bring guns and ammunition into the Cuyahoga County Justice Center. The sheriff says the 39-year-old mother was coming in to press charges, get a protection order yesterday morning when she and her 21-year-old son were caught with those weapons. When sheriff's deputies asked why they thought they could bring them into a government building, they said, for protection. Employees at the Justice Center were not notified because the sheriff says there was no actual threat.
The process works, and we see that it worked flawlessly because they identified it, they slowed the action down, they called over assistance, made the arrest, no fuss, no muss to it.
Both mother and son now face multiple felony charges and at least 6 months to over 1 year behind bars. More than 100 animals were rescued in Cleveland as part of an animal neglect investigation. The Animal Protective League, with the help of Cleveland police, served a warrant at a home on Mapledale Avenue. Humane Society agents say they seized 104 animals, including 39 dogs, 23 cats, 25 birds. The suspect voluntarily surrendered most of those animals, but 22 of them are being held right now in protective care. Charges have not yet been filed while the health of those animals is being checked out. For a fifth year in a row, local black entrepreneurs had the chance to showcase their talents at the Taste of Black Cleveland, an opportunity for many businesses to gain popularity. Also a chance to help local black businesses grow. Along with help from the Cleveland NAACP, the Cavaliers, and other groups, it allows dozens of local chefs and mixologists to offer samples of their products in one place.
This is a great opportunity to get out there in front of everybody in the city of Cleveland and beyond.
Tickets were $100, proceeds going to the Cleveland NAACP and the Cavaliers Community Foundation. Every local baseball program has a fundraiser to help keep the cost for families down, maintain fields, keep everything running. Twinsburg has found a way to raise money and have a blast at the same time. It's really something. This wiffle ball tournament has grown every year, and in this 9th year, organizers expect 192 teams and thousands of people the next 4 days at Twinsburg's Liberty Park.
Yes!
Did you ever in a million years think it would be that many people?
No, never.
We thought it might grow, but we never thought it would grow into the monster that it is now. I mean, this is literally the world's largest wiffle ball tournament.
What started as a way to raise money to build a new field turned into all of this. 320 games on one site to benefit one of the best local baseball programs in the state. Ages 7 up to adults, all having a blast.
You've been around here. You've seen it. It's a big party. The kids are having a great time. The families are all having a great time.
So are you a pitcher?
I'm all around. I hit, I pitch, I field. Didn't you strike? I'm the best.
You think you can get me out?
Yeah.
We'll try. Oh my goodness, nice throw. Ah.
Chase.
Yeah, just like the old days. Yep, the competition is fierce, and you can enjoy it yourself the next few days in Twinsburg.
You can see a million smiles here this weekend because they're going to have a blast.
I would talk with that editor. Again, Twinsburg, Liberty Park, there's more than wiffle ball. You want to have fun, be a part of the biggest tournament in the world, that's the place to be. And it is harder than it looks. A community came together to help repair and clean up a local church in Akron after rain damaged parts of it. The Remedy Church suffered major flooding right before their back-to-school shoe giveaway. This happened at the end of last month. The church says it was doing renovations on the roof. The roofing company placed a tarp to protect from rain, but did not expect, well, severe weather that weekend. The tarp blew over. The rain poured directly into the lobby of the church. It damaged the cafe, the bookstore, the guest center, and more.
It was a monsoon inside the church. We had probably 3,000 gallons of water all over the floors, all over everything. Everything was soaked. and 7 days later, we had to have a shoe giveaway. So let's get to work.
They rallied together, and when the doors opened up, you know, for this shoe giveaway, you would have never known that anything happened.
How about that? Good for you. The church was able to get everything cleaned up just a few days, and like they said, just in time for that giveaway on the 5th. There's still a lot more to come tonight on News 5. In just 5 minutes, a major renovation to provide a helping hand.
We want to help the moms, but we also want to help them pour into raising healthy children.
The role this building will play in developing stronger families throughout Northeast Ohio.
Predominantly dry weather for today, but as we look ahead to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it looks like we'll have on and off showers and storms. We're going to talk about the timeline of them affecting any events like the Browns game, and also severe weather potential coming up in 8 minutes.
If a healthcare provider told you that the tragedy that befell your family could not have been avoided, red lights should be flashing on and off in your head. If you want the truth, call me. I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's continuing his push to make sure all Ohio children learn to read. Today, he launched the Read Ohio initiative. It's a plan that includes implementing the science of reading curriculum in all K-12 schools. That's something News 5 has been following since Governor DeWine announced a renewed focus on phonics-based literacy earlier this year. The Read Ohio initiative also includes online resources for early childhood educators as well as parents and caregivers to help the youngest children grow their literacy skills. 40% of Ohio's third graders are not proficient in reading. News 5 is committed to supporting childhood literacy as well with our If You Give a Child a Book campaign. Donations from our staff and viewers just like you have helped purchase books for thousands of kids in Northeast Ohio. If you want to help out this year, we have a link at news5cleveland.com/giveabook. Pregnant women experiencing homelessness in Northeast Ohio will soon have another safe housing option. News 5 anchor Damon Maloney explains how a gift from a local church plans to knock down obstacles and help develop strong, healthy families.
It was boarded up, full of trash.
This old house in Cleveland's Cadell neighborhood is on its way to looking better. A donation from Rocky River United Methodist Church to Sisters Haven. By year's end, the group hopes it will be a safe and supportive home for pregnant women.
If you can just imagine yourself pregnant, homeless, alone, with very limited resources and family support, that's a very, very traumatic feeling, experience. That takes a huge toll on the outcome of their pregnancy and their baby's health.
Julie Mallett is part of the team of 5 women who created the nonprofit Sisters Haven, wanting to help mothers have better outcomes.
We want to help the moms, but we also want to help them pour into raising healthy children.
Up to 7 pregnant women will be able to live in the home until the child is approximately 9 months old. Programs and partnerships will help to ensure women have a healthy pregnancy, parenting tools, and a plan to support their family and eventually live on their own.
We would be ecstatic if the mothers that's transitioning from this home leave empowered and leave feeling like there has been a transformation and they can see the other side of parenthood.
Yvonne Murchison had a child as a teenager and remembers the struggles despite having help from her parents and church.
So I know how crucial that is. It's definitely needed throughout your journey.
An addition is being put onto this home that's going to double its size. Additional bedrooms, a brand new kitchen, and there's a lot of hands helping with its transformation.
The house has some character. It's going to take a little bit of TLC, and it's going to be beautiful when it's done.
The Cleveland Building and Construction Trades Council is one of the groups helping with renovations and will be offering career training.
Eventually, some of the people that are staying here can land jobs in the building trades and become self-sufficient and have good paying jobs and good benefits.
It's the love of Christ that we have that just empowers us to do things for mothers and children.
In Cleveland, Damon Maloney, News 5.
Artificial intelligence now helping doctors and their patients decide on the right kind of treatment for prostate cancer. University hospitals working with an AI company to determine which patients would or would not benefit from hormone therapy. That's one of those treatments. A UH doctor predicts the technology will help in other medical fields as well.
I think we're going to start seeing the power of machine learning and AI with radiology images, with pathology images, to really help patients and give them a chance of cure, but also to avoid unnecessary side effects from therapies.
Other common treatment options for prostate cancer are radiation therapy and removal of the prostate. You might find yourself spending more at the grocery store. Experts say orange juice futures are reaching record highs. It's being blamed on last year's hurricanes, a late freeze in Florida, citrus disease that wiped out orange trees as well. So supply is expected to be cut in half this year. Have you ever heard of Buc-ee's? If you haven't, it's probably all over your social media feed right now. If you have, you're likely one of the people sharing our story right now. Ohio's getting its very own Buc-ee's. It's a gas station. It's also a clothing store. It's also a store where you can buy home decor. It also offers a massive selection of food, hot brisket, beef jerky, freshly mixed nuts. Unfortunately, Buc-ee's won't be in Northeast Ohio. It'll be just a short trip away, though. It's in Huber Heights down near Dayton. You ever been to a Buc-ee's?
I have not. Have you?
I have not. I know
we got to travel more, I guess.
That's a lot of stuff right there.
I know that it's popular in the South. I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky. They have one in Kentucky now, and I know it was a big deal there.
Big deal.
It's just kind of spreading more north. So maybe we'll have one in Cleveland soon. All right, so out the door right now, we've had a couple spotty showers.
Yeah.
They haven't been a real big deal, but if you got under one, there were a couple downpours.
Came down in Twinsburg at the...
Did it? You know what? We still have some right in the Twinsburg area right now. And near Reminderville, a little bit heavier just to the north there, continues toward Hudson. Cuyahoga Falls, also a decent little shower over you. You head to the south of Warren and Niles, some additional showers just outside of our viewing area. And Bullseye right here for Geneva on the Lake. Madison, there's going to be another shower coming off of the lake. We have a little bit of instability happening there. So while the shower chance is not overwhelming overnight, you could still see some additional downpours. And that's what we've seen over the course of this evening. And there have been some areas really where we got hit the hardest outside of our viewing area, Northwest PA, near Erie, Pennsylvania, where they still have a flood advisory because of 1 to 2 inches of rain that fell in the Power 5 viewing area. You've got this little narrow corridor where we picked up some rain this evening, anywhere from about 1/10 of an inch to almost 3/4 of an inch in a couple of spots. So there was definitely some heavy rain embedded within there. Right now in Cleveland, we are dry. It's looking good out there. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. 70 for Cleveland, Elyria, Ashland sitting at 69, 68 for Millersburg, 70 in Akron. And for our night owls overnight, we're expecting to have mild temperatures overall. A couple spots are going to likely dip into the upper 50s tomorrow morning. Waking up, the sun comes up around 6:32. Overnight lows, upper 50s to the lower 60s, slightly milder along the lakeshore, middle 60s. Showers and storms are expected to fade as we move into that overnight period. Tomorrow morning, 83 degrees. A little bit of a cool start. Showers and storms start to increase, especially with time on Friday. So notice here, not too much activity overnight. Tomorrow morning, starting off dry. Morning commute doesn't look too impactful. But then we get past 4 p.m. and storms start to become more likely. Pausing it here, 7 p.m. We have a Browns game tomorrow. And of course, so many other festivals, fairs ongoing. And you can see that there is this possibility of on and off showers and storms that will likely increase by Friday night and into Saturday morning. And on Saturday, we're going to have a couple rounds of showers and storms. You'll still get dry time, but you see it here that it looks like a morning round and an afternoon and evening. So your Browns forecast tomorrow, starting off in the 80s, dropping down to the lower 70s. We have the thunderstorm potential for the feast this weekend, fairs. We've got multiple fairs. 84 degrees on Saturday. Scattered showers and storms, some of which could become strong or severe on Saturday. It's a very much conditional threat for severe weather because a lot has to happen before we get to Saturday, and playing out how the storms roll through on Friday will dictate how it evolves on Saturday. So it'll be something that we continue to monitor as we move throughout the next 2 days. And same thing with that Browns forecast for tomorrow as well. We'll be posting updates all day long.
Going to
be a lot of fun.
He's got the stars.
Yeah.
The studs.
I don't remember a time in my life I didn't watch his show.
And the unexpected.
I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Is Cleveland in for a sunny day or a stormy one? You'll know with Trent in the morning.
All while Ginger shows you the impact of weather all around the nation.
So start with GMC.
Then stay with GMA.
Together, your morning weather.
Every day.
Football. No other sport unites us more.
And preseason action continues tomorrow with Washington in town. Pre-game at 7, kickoff at 7:30, and all the post-game coverage you need. Only here on News 5 tomorrow.
The Guardians closed out a 7-game homestand with a win on the back of their rookies today. Cleveland's holding on to beat the Blue Jays with just enough offense after exchanging shutouts the past 2 days. The Guards were down 1-0 in the bottom of the second when Jose Tena drove in the tying run off his first major league hit, first major league RBI too. Next batter, Brian Rocchio doubled to center. That gives the Guards the lead. 5th inning, after a double for Tena, second double of the game for Rocchio. That'll plate Tena. Cole Calhoun grounds out to second here, but Rocchio scores. Good thing they would need the insurance. Guards win 4-3, split this series. Rocchio 2 for 4 at the plate, both hits, RBI doubles, 1 run in his first game starting as leadoff hitter.
It'll be interesting to see as he gains experience, and I don't even just mean here, I mean just playing because he's so young, where it goes, because he kind of has all the tools. I know this year he's not been hitting the ball at the ballpark as much as he did last year. Those kinds of things can come with experience and at-bats.
Noah Syndergaard made his 3rd start with the Guardians tonight, allowing 1 run over 5 2/3 innings with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He retired 12 straight at one point, eventually getting pulled with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 6th. Syndergaard with another step in the right direction, though. Remember, he was on the IL prior to coming to Cleveland. He says he's not where he wants to be just yet, but he's focusing on mechanics.
I have this analogy, like you have this river and it's like formed as it is, and it's just really hard to like break away and like get back to like how I used to move, because there's really no excuse or no reason why I should not be the pitcher that I was before. But every 5 days I gotta go out there and compete with what I got.
Hard to believe, but there hasn't been a Browns game in Cleveland since Christmas Eve. Tomorrow, the Browns hosting the Commanders in their 2nd preseason game, first at home. Cleveland won its first preseason game, beating the Jets in the Hall of Fame game, of course. Preseason isn't as much about wins and losses as it is about installation, getting new young players opportunities, and seeing what you have. With majority of the starters set to play and all 4 quarterbacks expected to take snaps, it's also about going through the motions of game day.
It's always a good opportunity to get guys through pregame warm-ups, onto the field, get some of that game action in a setting like this.
The biggest thing is really just getting operational, the feel of the pregame and starting off the game and just kind of get myself back in routine to get ready for the season.
News 5 is your home for the preseason. Join us tomorrow night starting at 7 for Browns Countdown. Kickoff is then at 7:30. Then Browns postgame will immediately follow the game. We'll be right back.
Get me going and see what happens. I'll make them pay.
Are you tired of hearing about high interest rates? Helene Kia gives you rates as low as 0.9% APR on all new Kias.
Stuck in a loan or lease? Helene Kia wants to get you released.
Only at Helene Kia in North Olmsted and Sandusky.
Shop from the comfort of your couch at HeleneKia.com.
Franklin University makes it possible.
At Franklin University, our success begins with yours. When organizations can grow and retain top-tier talent to achieve business goals. When short courses and certificates can bring on hard-won promotions and new career opportunities. When community college graduates can earn affordable bachelor's degrees quickly. And when ambitious adults don't need to choose between earning a degree and being present in the moment. What we do for you.
University makes it possible.
Helene Kia is rolling out our Inflation Buster pricing,
Where you get every new Kia with 0 money down and savings up to $5,000. Yes, $5,000 off factory sticker.
only at Helene Kia in North Olmsted and Sandusky.
Shop from the comfort of your couch at HeleneKia.com.
All right, here we go. Look at that. That nostalgic glow has returned to Akron skyline. It's the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. It's restored that famous sign for the first time since 2015. It's just over the former corporate headquarters on East Market Street. Our partners at the Akron Beacon Journal say it was unveiled this evening It was an 8-week construction project. That sign features more than 1,100 bulbs that will continue to shine brightly every day.
Little icon there.
Very, very nice. All right, that's it for us for now. Thanks for being with us. Jimmy Kimmel's up next, followed by Nightline. Good Morning Cleveland comes your way at 4:30 a.m. We'll see you live from Cleveland Brown Stadium tomorrow afternoon.
Woo.
News 5's Back to School Surprise is sponsored by Preston Kia. Nominate a teacher today.